Right, we're going to end this hour with a bit of breaking news. Let's go straight to the back page of The Sun. And we're talking the futures of two managers, Arne Slot and Michael Carrick. Take it as read is the headline. We'll start with Michael Carrick, John. Carrick's people open talks over full-time role. Maybe actually we'll come to that in a second. But firstly, he's been nominated for Manager of the Season. What's your take on that? Because as far as I've been counting, he's taken charge of 15 league games.
Well, I suppose when you think about the context of managers who have made the biggest impact over, this sort of kind of proportionate number of games, Michael Carrick's up there with anyone. I mean, honestly, the revival at United at Old Trafford has been absolutely remarkable, sensational job of work that Carrick has done. He's taken them kind of from struggling to a rudderless ship back into the Champions League places. Put themselves in third place, haven't they? And sort of kind of set themselves up for next season, thinking and dreaming about sort of kind of title challenges. I mean, honestly, the transformation has been remarkable. I do think it would be a big ask to give him Manager of the Season. You could definitely give him Manager of the kind of the calendar year so far. But I do think over the course of the season, surely that will come either from Guardiola or Arteta. But I do think Carrick's done a brilliant job. He's re-energised the club, brought some traditional values, brought the best out of the team, set up a team to get the best out of the players. I mean, imagine that. And I just think it's been fantastic. They've zoomed their way up the league and thoroughly deserved it. Played some nice football along the way. I must say, at first, I didn't think for a moment that Carrick would be, the right choice or indeed the permanent choice. And it just shows, doesn't it, really? The players have taken to him, bought into it. It's just whether United think that he is the really strong long-term option. That's the worry, because you do get the new manager bounce. But I do think Carrick, has probably proved over this space of time that, yes, he could do it over a long period of time. But that is still slightly the dilemma, I imagine. But I'd be surprised now if he doesn't get the job. He deserves it.
He's really got a tune out of the players, hasn't he? Using the same squad that Ruben Amorim was using and not getting the same results. So, he has done very well, you have to say. But a surprise nomination probably, Miguel, for quite a few people. But, I mean, winning an award, maybe, does it strengthen his case to become the permanent role?
Manager of the half season, maybe. But look, I mean, I was on the show with Charlie last week, and we were talking about, United, like as Crossy's alluded to there, United, before Carrick came in, the words we were using about them were like basket case, joke, chaos, mess. And what would you associate with Carrick's time? Stability. And I suppose the core question in this, there is maybe a technical question and this is a bit trickier, over whether Carrick is the coach that can get Manchester United regularly playing the sort of kind of front foot, proactive football, taking most games in their terms, that is probably demanded. I think that's a bit bigger. But for now, given that they needed stability so badly, given how composed he is, given he's shown he can live up to one major and very tricky expectation of the job, which is being able to weather the weight of, or carry the weight of being Manchester United manager. Do you to lose that right now? You'd want an absolute guarantee. And there are very, very few absolute guarantees in the market. Even Luis Enrique, say, if they could get him. Well, let's not forget, even Luis Enrique, he needed at least a year, more than a year, really, a Paris Saint-Germain, who are owned by Qatar, with all the advantages that brings in France, to really get that team firing. Like, even Luis Enrique could bring upheaval. And if you're talking about tier from coaches down from that, it's probably even more upheaval, more instability. And it does feel like it just for where Manchester United are right now, I know there's talk of a potential title challenge, potential flux in the league, but he just restores a composure, a measure that the club has actually been crying out for. And look, he's a young coach himself. He's got the potential to go on and do much more. The signs so far have been bright.